Humans and horses share a unique bond. These magnificent creatures have defended us against harm for many years, fought with us and carried us when our legs failed. Even when we think we know horses as well as we know ourselves, they are still a special species that need attention. This farmer was familiar with horses, but when she saw what her mare had given birth to, her mouth fell open. Welcome to USA Stories channel. Do not forget to subscribe and activate the bell button to receive all new updates. Now let's go to the story. Although it may be very gratifying, breeding horses is a challenging and often deadly effort. Racehorses are quite different from other horses, since many are developed for strength to labor on the land or to transport us, and our possessions. One kind of horse has some of all these traits inherently. They are created for speed. The Irish sport horse is a breed that was created with hunting, agriculture, and transportation in mind, but they are also excellent racehorses. They are excellent horses for both novices and experts, since they are often less temperamental than many other purebreds and have sure feet. They have the athleticism to become true racing stars, and their exquisite bone structure makes them stunning to behold in dressage competitions. All animals are unique, but these horses are particularly beautiful and elegant, which is why their popularity has grown recently. Due of their rarity, breeders must take great care to maintain the horse's health and avoid overbreeding. Even all their strength, horses may nevertheless be delicate during pregnancy and childbirth. All of that is taken into consideration by conscientious breeders when producing these exquisite animals. One warm-blooded horse breeder and equestrian institution in England takes great satisfaction in being an ethical breeder. They ensure that their mares receive all the necessary medical attention during their pregnancies and have enough of rest in between. However, occasionally events occur that catch everyone off guard. Gasson's Farm Stud, also known as GFS Sport Horses, is owned by Tanya Mackey, who can speak to the fact that even familiar horses may surprise you. They bred Destiny, one of their finest mares, a few years ago, and she was doing pretty well during her pregnancy. Even though she was an older horse at the time, nothing seemed out of the ordinary. Everything appeared to be happening on time. The horse veterinarian would frequently stop by the farm to see how the pregnant mares were doing. To make sure they were all doing well, she would perform blood testing and scans on them. There might occasionally be issues with one of the mares, but Destiny was never one of those horses. Her pregnancy was going well, and she would shortly give birth. Everything went as well on the day. In the early afternoon, she started to get restless and was having trouble settling into a comfortable place. She continued to move about a lot, pawing at the ground and going up and down. Tanya was eager to meet the child that would emerge from her lovely Destiny because she knew the time had arrived. It was not long before they noticed movement and the foal began to approach. Because Destiny was so skilled, she didn't require much assistance. Her young colt was scrambling to his feet really quickly. However, an odd thing happened next. Destiny looked to be growing more agitated rather than settling down and resting. The little colt, who was already called Shockwave, had to keep out of his mother's path as she paced back and forth. Something was badly wrong. In an attempt to soothe Destiny, Tanya tried to talk to her soothingly as she contacted the veterinarian. Despite her extensive knowledge with mares giving birth, she found this behavior odd and was unsure of how to proceed. More stranger things started to occur. Destiny was becoming pregnant once more. She was giving birth to another child, and she was doing it expertly. The colt that was similar to his brother quickly joined him in the stall. Tanya picked the name Aftershock for the unexpected baby. When the initial shock subsided enough for her to think clearly, that seems appropriate, doesn't it? Twins had just been born to Destiny. When the veterinarian finally showed there, it was all done, and even she was shocked. As if she hadn't just accomplished something very amazing, Destiny was collecting both of her infants with composure. To those who are not familiar with horses, the birth of twins may not seem like much of a deal, but there is a solid reason why they are so uncommon. There isn't enough room for horses to raise two kids and bring them to term. They are huge creatures, and so are their offspring. Usually, one baby is as much as they can manage. Like with other animals, including humans, twin pregnancies do happen spontaneously, but they are extremely risky. Since the mother's body can seldom ever hold both, difficulties might easily claim her life. She is under a lot of stress with this pregnancy. It is also quite risky for the mare to give birth to both kids, particularly if she is already frail from bearing the weight of two foals. This kind of pregnancy also carries the risk that the mother's body won't be able to support two infants. All three animals are in risk because even if all else goes according to plan, one of the babies may die inside the mother. The terrible reality is that most breeders would never consent to the continuation of a twin pregnancy. It's just too dangerous. For this reason, they check their mares to ensure they are aware of what is happening on within. To make room for the second foal, parents frequently remove one of the foals before it becomes too large. They make sure the mare gets all the prenatal care possible and at the very least keep a closer eye on her. Destiny had effectively concealed her second child, so even after several scans, no anomalies were discovered. The astonishing thing was that despite all the stress her body had experienced, she appeared to be in perfect condition. She was healthy, and so were the foals. Tanya and her colleagues were thankful that everything transpired in that manner, even if it appeared improbable and miraculous. Following that, Destiny took care of her children and relaxed. Both colts eventually found wonderful homes. Tanya wanted to breed Destiny one final time because she was such a wonderful mother, and Destiny was growing older. At the age of 19, Destiny knew that this would be her last pregnancy. It was supposed to mark the end of an era and be a really unique event. Fantastic foals have been born thanks to Destiny. They made sure this baby's father was different from the twins in order to prevent any echoes of the past. And they watched Destiny more intently than they had any other horse. Tanya was adamant that this last pregnancy would go well, and so was the veterinarian. They began arranging scans on a weekly basis, as opposed to a handful early in the pregnancy and one nearly toward the end. Blood was drawn and they searched for any anomalies, but nothing showed up. It appeared as though there would be no drama throughout this happy event. As the deadline drew nearer, excitement was shared by everybody. Tanya contacted the veterinarian this time as soon as she started having labor pains. She wished to ensure that Destiny's prior pregnancy had not had any unfavorable effects. Destiny was uneasy as she walked the area. She paced back and forth and began to give delivery, her labor going somewhat easily at that point. She gave birth to a small, robust filly that appeared healthy. Suddenly, though, something startling occurred. She began giving birth once more. The vets and Tanya's mouths fell. It was indeed lightning hitting twice. She was expecting twins again. Would the health of this second child match that of the first? Following a brief birth, the little colt went to live with his sister. It appeared as though there was nothing to be concerned about once more. Both infants quickly stood up on unsteady legs and began to nurse from their mother. Destiny was unfazed, acting as though she gave birth every day and that raising twins was nothing out of the ordinary. Destiny had accomplished an incredible feat during her last pregnancy. She had given birth to a second set of healthy twins while concealing them from the vet's cutting-edge technology. Although they were unaware, none would regret it. They would all always be reminded of this unique miracle. I appreciate you seeing. Come back soon for many more amazing tales. Please remember to subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our videos. If you enjoyed the tale, the next video that plays on your screen will probably move you too.